I spent almost 10,000 pesos on Uniqlo products. Why would you ask? This is actually an essential if you want to become an esports talent. You can be as good as you want, but it's still broadcasting, it's still TV presence, so you have to be a little bit more presentable in front of the camera. And since I really didn't buy too many clothes last year, I decided to pull up resources and use it this year in one big haul because Uniqlo was going on sale. I really love the brand itself. I'm not sponsored or anything because I'm not that big, and the products that they have is really nice on different types of weather, where it be hot or cold. It really does kind of adapt to the situation. And not only that, I really do like the overall design compared to the other brands out there, and especially that Uniqlo doesn't do too much printed clothes. Well, they do have the theme clothes, such as the anime ones, maybe the Japanese ones, but if you look aside from that, they have a lot of selections that don't have a lot of print. And right now I do love my non-printed clothes when I'm outside working. As you can see, this is not printed, this is printed actually, but this is for my inside home. I'm wearing a cap as well because my hair is terrible as of the moment whenever I do these home videos. And again, before we get into this video, full disclaimer, if you were wondering how much I really spent, I spent 7,000 pesos on Uniqlo, and then the remaining balance I spent on other accessories that help accentuate the products that I just bought. So we have here one big package from Uniqlo, we have one from Iconiq, the sock brand, and we have one from Landmark, which is you'll see later in the video. So let's get started. Okay, so this is where we're gonna be doing the haul video. I'm kind of doing it a la fashion vlogger style. Let's see how that works out. Again, as I was saying at the start of this video, this is more clothes that I'm relatively happy with. I took a good chunk of time choosing them very carefully to make sure that I get the most out of these clothes. Now, there might be some people who might be watching this video thinking that, dude, you could have gotten 10 set of shirts for about the price of that one long sleeves chino polo or something, right? But that's not the point. The point is, I like this shirt. I will use it time and time again. And if I buy 10 shirts, that's just 10 shirts that I might not use at all. I might just use the one shirt and then the 9 shirts just spiraling in between. And even though that might be good, I feel like that's not the point. And maybe even with the price that I paid for them, they might not have the same quality as the shirt that I have right now. So I've kind of learned over the years that quality over quantity is something that you have to take note if you're going to be going into buying more value clothes for yourself. So let's start it off with one of the Uniqlo hauls that I've had. I was able to get this long sleeves Oxford polo. Looks really nice. It is of this light blue color, light blue variant. Very comfortable when I wore it, and it is super smooth on the cloth. Like, this thing would be awesome just wearing this the entire day. I probably won't be irking around it or anything. It might feel like the cloth over the duration of a day when I'm wearing it is gonna feel uncomfortable. Probably not, because of how the cloth material is created. So that's really cool. Actually got myself a similar Oxford short sleeves this time, which is kind of like this light green teal texture. Looks really nice. Better for those less formal gatherings. Again, I don't really like the satin feel of a dress shirt anymore. I feel like that's not really what you would like to wear, because they don't breathe as much as these other type of shirts are. Like, look at this shirt. You can probably pair it with a shorts or something, and it would still look like it's good for that casual wear. But you can also put this with maybe some chinos, and you'd have yourself something that you can go in for a gathering or something, to an event, right? So I think I like the ability of my clothes to work two ways, wherein you go professional or you go casual. Our next one, this might not be too professional, but I really do love the texture of this one as well. So this is, not sure what they call this, but this is one of their Edo Ukiyo-E short sleeve t-shirts. And the reason why I wanted to buy this was because look at the kind of pattern that is right there on the shirt. It actually has this horizontal line that I really do find appealing. It doesn't, I don't see this as much with other shirts. I always see vertical lines with the shirts that I've been seeing from other males in like malls or something. I don't really like that too much because it's a bit too overly used. And again, I said I didn't like the prints, but the print here is so minimal that I feel like it's alright. So we have ourselves that maybe a picture or an illustration of Mount Fuji with some rippling tides and something, and they have one big here in the back as well. But other than that, it's not really as obvious. So another one of the shirts that I was looking forward to, another Edo Ukiyo shirt, which has like this illustration of a samurai on the pocket. Again, very, very minimal. And then there's a little bit of like splatter on the bottom of the shirt, like gray splatters. Maybe it was supposed to illustrate blood splatters or something, or maybe it's just the paint when they wish their paintbrush onto the canvas. So they kind of wanted to kind of copy that, imitate that on this t-shirt. Lastly, on the big Uniqlo package is this one, which is the Oxford shirt again, or Oxford long sleeves, but this time in a dark blue. Again, if you know me, I do love my blue colorations, be it light, be it a little bit teal. And this one is perfect for going for those really formal events, because I feel like the darker the clothes, if it's not black, the more professional it looks. Now again, you can't quote me on that because each to his own. You have your different styles, you have your different color combinations, and that really has to depend on you. And for me, I found out that the dark blue one really, really works well. So next up is the chino short, or the chino jeans, sort of. So these are the easy skinny fit color jeans. I got them in two colors. One is of a beige variant. So this one is really, really cool as well to be used or fitting for any kind of top. You can go for the dark blue ones you saw. You can even go for the light blue one, and it will work really, really well because it does give that contrast. Be it light, be it dark, it will give you a nice color palette to work with. Kind of interchange with the tops that I bought is another kind of dark bluish jeans here. Now this isn't, I'm pretty sure this isn't black, unless I'm colorblind, but this is a dark blue variant. It's really, really nice. Again, it's just super simple, super easy. And what I like about this is, you know what? I'll be frank, I like the style of Uniqlo that they have the stretchy pants, and this thing is stretchy enough that it can cater to my body type. And of course, they have some of this stretch on garters on the waists. They also have this kind of rope that you can tie around, which is also seen in some of the shorts that we've been seeing right now. But aside from that, they also have, of course, the button and the zipper. So if you still have that, oh, it's not casual looking shorts, it's or pants rather, it's actually pants that you can use for almost anything. And you can see a little bit of the theme here that I'm looking for is multiple scenarios for the same kind of wear. And imagine if I got like a bunch of t-shirts, that would not be as possible. Maybe it is, but again, in my situation, I really do like the look of and the cloth of this. The build quality looks incredible, and I really haven't had any issues with any of the Uniqlo clothes that I bought. Now, one of the weak spots that I've seen from Uniqlo is that they don't really have as good of a selection for belts. Mind you, let's Sorry for that. So I decided to get belts in Landmark. Okay, so I bought all this stuff at Glorieta, so that is in Makati City. So the selection there is much better, I would say, than maybe Mega Malls. So I got a couple of belts in Landmark. One is from Hickok and one is from Arnaldo Bassini. So this one is just a classic leather black belt, and this cost me like 800 pesos. But the reason why I really like this one is I don't like the shiny belts at all. Because hear me out with this. Shiny belts, whenever I see them, they always remind me of senior prom, junior prom, really kind of cheap material if you look at it. Maybe if it's like the super expensive ones you see from a distance, but if it's not, it doesn't look as classy. And I like the ones with the texture because, again, I can use this with a bunch of different type of styles and it works. And something that I really like to go for is to go for this like automatic buckle that that they call it, because I like the ability to just kind of put that inside, lock it in place, and then when you need to unlock it, you don't have to fumble around and try to remove that pin from the hole. You just click this one button here and then bam, easy. So that's why I really like it. I feel like it will complement as well if I'm gonna go for a tuck-in type of style, which does work. So the next one that I also got is from Hickok, and this one is of the same automatic style variant. Not really automatic, but you just put it in and then there's like this small pin that goes into the hole. Much simpler than if you would go for the regular one that you've seen time and time again. I can't remember what it looks, what it's called or what it looks like, but I'll show you in post. And this thing is probably my least favorite of the two, because this one has a sort of more shiny texture, but not as shiny as the ones that I was talking about. And what this one is at least good for is that it is reversible, so you can kind of twist that, and it has a brown side, and you twist it again, there's a black side. So you can see the diversity of this one, but at least for now, I probably will just use the brown side of this, because the thing that I'm kind of worried about is that what if you already keep using that like this right around your waist, right? So there's going to be creases on the black side that if you use the black side of this belt, it might show when you're wearing it, but we'll see over time if that really is the case. The final part of this bushel or of this purchase is my dress socks. Now these socks I just use if I'm out for work because I don't know, I just like the feel or the look of these socks. Now these aren't your typical dress socks where you would see maybe with leather shoes and a little bit of that pattern, but I do really love the logos or the design that these have. So I got this from a store called Iconiq, and they're known for their designed socks. They're kind of cutesy socks. So I got 3 pairs. There is the Marvel Comics one, where you have kind of like the comic logos of each of the old superheroes: Hulk, Black Panther, Captain America. It looks really, really dank. I love the design of it. Next up are 2 Star Wars one, where I have here on the right the clone, maybe stormtrooper outfits. It looks really, really cool. I love the look of that pink and yellow, and of course just kind of this retro Star Wars sock. It actually doesn't do any, doesn't look like Star Wars aside from the logo, but the color is just fantastic. I wanted to create this video to create a little bit more awareness for you guys out there that sometimes less is more. Being able to visualize how you can use these outfits in multiple ways for you to lessen the load on your laundry, to lessen the load on your cabinets, is a great way for you to be able to, lessen the trash that you actually make, or the resources you have to do to keep up or to keep these clothes intact, clean, and other stuff. And the ability, of course, for these clothes to bring you enjoyment as you wear them, to know that they're quality and they're gonna be quality for a long time, is also something that you have to take note when you buy these type of apparels. So anyways, guys, hope that it was a little bit invigorating for you. If you guys wonder how I got, you know, my clothes, I'll probably make another video about it or something. Anyways, I'll put also the description or the prices of each product that I bought down in the description, as well as, of course, the post edit. Anyways, my name is Asterite. See you in the next video.